Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome to another video. Now in today's video we got another news video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video if you enjoy these news videos that I'm doing, and yeah, leave a comment down below what you think, because Leeds United are linked to a player that I thought we were going to get linked with eventually in this transfer window. I thought this would be eventually. Leeds United are among the clubs, so there's a couple of clubs eyeing a deal for departing Southampton fullback Kyle Walker-Peters, according to Graham Bailey. Leeds United are in a busy summer transfer window as as they prepare for their Premier League football. Leeds United will be looking to strengthen Daniel Farke's squad to increase their chance of success in the top flight and survival. The Whites boast a fine squad, but there will be reservations over their depth and the starting 11 players who are capable of stepping up to the Premier League level. Because realistically, you're looking at the squad, and if you're being harsh, there's only like 3 or 4 that I think will actually step up. Some that you think are going to step up sometimes don't step up. You're like, oh yeah, they'll be good in the Prem because they how good they were in the Championship, and then they're not good at all. Like that can happen. Like you can have players that you think are going to be good for the Premier League, and then they're not. And then you can have shocks of players that you're like, they won't be good in the Premier League, and then they shock you and they're actually really good. So you don't really know. As such, a whole host of players that have already been linked with Leeds United. Now a fresh name has emerged on the radar. According to reporter Graham Bailey, Leeds United are among the number of clubs to have explored a possibility move for Kyle Walker-Peters ahead of their expiry of his Southampton contract. The 28-year-old fullback is set to leave the Saints after their relegation, and speaking to Leeds United news reporter, Bailey says that the Whites have made contact. He said, Leeds have had contact, but as we know, they're one of many clubs to be in touch with him. West Ham, Spurs, Everton, there's loads. And some foreign clubs are lurking too. So there's a lot of clubs in trying to get Kyle Walker-Peters for their club, who's a good player, a good fullback that can play both left back and right back, but we'll get into that after. Can Leeds get him? Of course, but from what I can make out, it's going to be tough. I mean, it is going to be tough to sign a lot of players that are linked with more than one club, especially other Premier League clubs, established Premier League clubs like your Spurs, who next season, I know this season they've been very poor, but next season should be pushing up towards Europe again. Everton, who are an established Premier League club that you don't really see getting relegated, even though they're next season I could see them in a relegation battle, but they always seem to survive whenever they are. West Ham, another club that always seems to stay in the Premier League no matter what. And yeah, a Premier League proven player. Leeds United will be out to sign proven Premier League players, whatever they can, and deal for out of contract stars such as Kyle Walker-Peters will be the perfect way to do that. Sorry. Yeah, you could see that we're trying to sign proven players. We've been linked with James Milner and the likes of them, like, who fouled as well. These proven players. Sean Longstaff, another one. Like, we are looking for these proven players that we know have done it in the Premier League and know how to play in the Premier League. Able to play on the left or the right as a fullback or wing back, the 28-year-old has made nearly 150 top flight appearances for Southampton and former club Spurs, chipping in with 2 goals and 12 assists in the process. A 2-time England international, Kyle Walker-Peters has already proven himself as a player about above championship level, so it isn't a surprise to see that a move elsewhere awaits, with the Saints dropping back into the championship. Is Leeds United's swoop beneficial for all? Leeds United can enter this summer window needing a new starting left back, which we do, and a backup at right back, which we do as well. We need both. Junior Firpo looks poised to depart, while Jayden Bogle could do with stronger competition on the right. Kyle Walker-Peters is a right-sided player, but has proven himself as an ample option on the left too. It feels unlikely that the Whites will entertain dropping Bogle, given how good he has been in the Championship, which is true. I don't think Bogle's going to be dropped in the starting 11. I think he's going to give him a chance at the start of the season, and I think he's good enough for the Premier League. Though Kyle Walker-Peters is arguably a better player. You can say that, but if we do sell Firpo and that, you could start Kyle Walker-Peters on the left. That's another thing. You can start both of them. Playing him on the left is an option too, as I said here. But Leeds United may favour a natural left-footed Walker-Peters. May prefer to play on his go-to side too. Like, it depends. If he wants to be on the right, then he'll have to be a backup. But if he wants to play on the left, there's probably more of a chance if he wants to play on the left that he'll get a start for us at the start of the season. As for the player stance, after regularly battling relegation with Southampton, he may prefer a move to someone who's likely to be further up to the division. There are ways for this move to work. but it feels as though Kyle Walker-Peters will have more appealing and better suited options open to him, like the likes of your Spurs and those kind of clubs. So yeah, you look at Kyle Walker-Peters, and I do think he'll be a good option for us because he's playing on the right and the left. And if you say he's playing for Southampton, he can't be that good. If you look at SofaScore right now, his last 5 games have been a 7.1 rating, a 7 rating, a 7 rating, a 7 rating, a 7.1 rating. And those games were against Spurs, Villa, West Ham, Fulham, and Leicester. But you look at those, you say Spurs, Villa, and Fulham, especially, have had really good seasons, and he's had a good performance against all of them for Southampton, who have been terrible all season. So you look at that, and, on the map, he's played on the right and the left. He's played 33 games, started all of them, played 89 minutes per game, with a total minutes played of 2,922 minutes. Actually, we'll just look at the full thing, because he also played 2 cup games. So this season, he has played 35 games overall with 3,102 minutes, with 0 goals and 2 assists. I mean, what do you expect from someone playing for Southampton that are one of the worst Premier League teams of all time? The season before, he played 47 games, of course, for Southampton in the Championship last season, playing 4,147 minutes with 2 goals, 4 assists. The season before that, he played in the Premier League, of course, when they got relegated, playing 38 games with 3,044 minutes, scoring 1 goal, 0 assists. He then played in the 21-22 season as well, of course, for Southampton, where he played 37 games with 3,034 minutes played with 3 goals, 4 assists. And then the 2020-2021 season, he played 35 games with 3,091 minutes played and 2 assists. That was his first full season at Southampton. And he's I think he's a good player. He's a good option to have on the right or the left, depending on where we want to play him. With the whole Firpo could be leaving, then you probably could see him play on the left, but it depends on what he would prefer. And then it also depends on what we prefer. Do we want a left-sided player to be left-footed, or do we not mind him being right-footed on the left side? Because I think he's a good player that can play on both sides, and he'll be a good option. It'll be a difficult one to get over the line with clubs, as I said, that are in for him, like your Spurs and your West Hams and your Fulhams. I think Fulham was one of them, or I might have made that up. I might have completely made that up. But there was a couple of clubs that are like clubs that you look at, like established Premier League clubs, that are going to be hard for us to actually get over the line, get that player over the line when he can have options at other clubs. As I said, Spurs, who I think will be back into contention with Europe next season, up there in the top 6. That all depends on, if they win the Europa League, he probably wants to go there, doesn't he? Because they'll be playing Champions League football next season. And yeah, if they still want him after that and if Spurs still want him after they win the Europa League and they're in Champions League football, then, that's a no-brainer. He'll probably go there 100% and play Champions League football. But yeah, it's another option that could come to Elland Road, and it'll be a good option because I think he's a really good player. I think he's a good fullback that can play on either side, as I said, as we said. And he's also a Premier League proven player that's played 150 games in the Premier League. So a good Premier League player that's proven in that league. And yeah, it'll be a good option to have either left back or right back. Even if he's not in the starting lineup, you look at that as well and have him on the bench who can come on the left or the right. So it's not like you need, It's one of those options that you can bring on the left or on the right, which is, good. It's good to have someone a fullback that can play both sides to a good level, to a Premier League level on both sides. So yeah, so let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace.